Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pulaski Academy's Senior Night Celebration. We would like to recognize this outstanding group of seniors who have been a part of our 2016 Fall Sports Program. Our senior football team members include Trey Adams, Trey is escorted by his mother, Cynthia Adams, and grandmother, Mary Pearson. Cameron Bland. Cameron is escorted by his parents, Ernest Bland and Ernest Bland, Jr. Zach David. Zach is escorted tonight by his parents, Tracy and Rick David. Cameron Fonseca. Cameron is escorted by his parents, Anthony and retired Major Cassandra Fonseca. Will Hart. Will is escorted by his parents, Miss Kim Hart, and Mr. and Mrs. Frank Hart. Hayden Henry. Hayden is escorted by his parents, Mark and Jenny Henry. Ray L. Jackson. Ray is escorted by his parents, Ray and Beatrice Jackson. Trevor James. Trevor is escorted by his parents, Bill and Patty James. Robert Johnson. Robert is escorted by his parents, Mr. Stacy and Dr. Charlotte Johnson. Robert is also a member of the band. Grant Kirtley. Grant is escorted by his parents, Wes and Jamie Kirtley. Chris Lang. Chris is escorted by his mother, Charlotte Lang, and his brother, Justin Lang. Seth Martin. Seth is escorted tonight by his parents, Stephanie and F. Andre Martin. Mario McGee. Mario is escorted tonight by his mother, Laura McGee. Jacory McMillan. Jacory is escorted by his parents, Jeff and Tashinia McMillan. Dylan Nosler. Dylan is escorted by his parents, Matt and Trina Nosler. Mark Odom. Mark is escorted by his parents, Michelle and Kevin Odom. Will Osmond. Will is escorted by his parents, Gene and Cindy Osmond. David Steele. David is escorted by his parents, Donald and Dana Steele. David is also a member of the band. Peyton Titus. Peyton is escorted by his parents, Laura and Bill Titus. Jaron Watkins. Jaron is escorted by his parents, Keith and Sharon Watkins. And team manager, Andre Vesey. Andre is escorted by his parents, Amelia and Andre Vesey Sr. Let's have a big round of applause for all of our senior football team members. And now for our senior spirit squad members. They include Anne-Marie Arnold. Anne-Marie is escorted by her parents, Mike and Jane Arnold. Co-captain of POM, Lauren Ayler. Lauren is escorted by her parents, Rob Ayler and Michelle Ayler. Sarah Franklin. Sarah is escorted by her parents, Mark and Georgia Franklin. Co-captain of cheer, Hannah Hubbard. Hannah is escorted by her parents, Miss Jan Hubbard and Mr. Alan Hubbard. Lexi Huff. Lexi is escorted by her parents, Chris and Deanna Huff. Captain of POM, Ali Murati. Ali is escorted by her parents, Doctors Scott and Tanya Murati. Captain of cheer, Caroline McCarty. Caroline is escorted by her parents, Mark and Jennifer McCarty. Jera Porter. Jera is escorted by her parents, Rodney and Mary Elizabeth Porter. Haya Safar. Haya is escorted by her parents, Dr. Mazan Safar and Dr. Reina Kayali. Buzz the Bear, Sadie Storts. Sadie is escorted by her parents, Dr. Suzanne Klimberg and Sam Storts. And Benny the Bear, Marina Redlick. Marina is escorted by her mother, Lisa Redlick. Let's hear it for all of our senior Spirit Squad members. And now for our senior volleyball team members. They include Annie Berry. Annie is escorted by her parents, Brad and Laurie Berry. Hannah Cotros was unable to attend tonight. Elizabeth Griffith. Elizabeth is escorted tonight by her parents, Barry and Andrea Griffith. Juliana Mack. Juliana is escorted by her parents, Dave and Janet Mack. Abby Ryan. Abby is escorted by her parents, John and Lindsay Ryan. Abigail Singleton was unable to attend tonight. Let's have a big round of applause for our senior volleyball team members. Now for our senior band members. They include Ryan Flippo, Ryan is escorted by his parents, Johnny and Sherry Flippo. Alexis Howe. Alexis is escorted by her parents, Mariko Howe and Jeremy Howe. Alexis is also a member of the cross-country team. Max Hubbard. Max is escorted by his parents, Ms. Jan Hubbard and Mr. Alan Hubbard. Patrick Rollison. Patrick is escorted by his parents, Bill and Joy Rollison. Patrick is also a member of the golf team. Let's have a big round of applause for our senior band members. And now for our senior tennis team members. They include Caroline Hatley. Caroline is escorted tonight by her parents, John and Nayla Hatley. Robert Kane. Robert is escorted by his mother, Magdalene Sutton. He is also a member of the cross-country team. Hunter Harrison. Hunter is escorted by his parents, Carolyn and Matt Harrison. Jack McGreblian. Jack is escorted by his parents, David and Tony McGreblian. Katie Swanson. Katie is escorted by her parents, Don and Patty Swanson. Maya Hatley. Maya is escorted by her parents, John and Nayla Hatley. Let's hear it for our senior tennis team members. And now for our senior golf team members. They include Aaron Boyd. He was unable to attend tonight. Audrey Pulliam. Audrey is escorted by her parents, Randy and Lisa Pulliam. Kinsey Schillinger. Kinsey is escorted by her parents, Robert and Patty Schillinger. Seth Middleton. Seth is escorted by his father, Mr. Larry Middleton. And Turner Sawyer. Turner is escorted tonight by his parents, Kara and Rick Sawyer. Let's give a big hand for the senior golf team members and all of our senior athletes.
Bruins 8-1 overall, 6-0 to 5A Central. As we told you, passed last week for over 300 yards, did Lane Hatcher. He's averaging 317 yards a game. Jaron Watkins, a senior running back, averaging 134 yards. We'll hear from him when we get back. It's just about kickoff time at PA. Be right back after this. You're listening to Bruin Football, 96.5 FM. back at Pulaski Academy, just had our national anthem. Captains are on the
And
middle
now,
of the
under the
field.
direction of Mr. Lane Martins, and led by
that
substitute junior drum.
toss. They're going to take the football, Brooks. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
Because they want to score first. They want to get out there and try to make the Comets chase them early.
Right.
And hopefully put some points up here in the first half.
We certainly don't want to have a second half like we had last week.
No, we don't.
We didn't score a point that time. Our defense really held on. And
Mills has won the toss and will receive.
Looks like Mills has won the toss, and they're going to receive, so the Bruins will be kicking off.
PA will kick to the clock.
From our left to our right. That's from west to east. Bruins dressed in all blue and all dark blue tonight with light blue numerals, which are a lot easier to see than what McClellan's were last week, I can tell you that. The Mills Comets dressed in green helmets, white jerseys, green pants with the dark green numerals. And now the Bruins will retreat back behind the breakthrough. And Comets are still in the dressing room off to our left. They tried to plan this thing to get the kickoff right at 7. They weren't too far off, considering all we had to do beforehand. And, of course,
we certainly did have a lot to do beforehand.
And at halftime, of course, Steve Marston's going to do us a favor. He's going to help us out at halftime. Rick David, who's going to be on the field, he was down there in pregame because, of course, his son, Zach David's a senior.
Right.
He's going to also be down there at halftime because his daughter's part of the homecoming court. So he's a busy man tonight.
He certainly is tonight, isn't he?
He won't be able to join us at halftime, so Steve Marston's going to help us out with Brooks and at halftime. And those of you watching on the internet, you'll get a good look at the halftime festivities. Sparse crowd across the way from Little Rock Mills, and more than what they had about 15, 20 minutes ago, I'll tell you that.
Looks like
here come the Bruins.
Got a good turnout from the PA fans tonight. Of course, like I said, homecoming night and senior night, so it's a big celebration here at PA.
Now the Comets across the way make their trot out to their sideline. We're talking about who to watch for, of course, usual suspects. Jaron Watkins averaging 134 yards a game. Lane Hatcher averaging 317 yards passing. Receiving, well, you got to look at Jackson, Johnson, and Lynch. Ray Jackson, Trey Johnson. I'll tell you, Brett Lynch has really come on as a go-to receiver, too.
He certainly has. He really has.
Had a good game last week.
Yeah.
Had Little Rock McClellan.
One thing I'd like to see tonight is Lane not throwing any interceptions. I know he was under duress last week and threw several interceptions, so maybe he had a week to think about that and got that corrected.
Referee Bobby Crawford.
He's a neighbor of mine. He's a real good guy.
Is he?
Yes,
Umpire
sir.
Marty Polk. Linesman Gary Sadler. Line judge Nathan McGowan. Side judge Philip Cole. And the field judge is Ronnie Evans. They're set. The teams are set. And we're about ready to go. The Bruins will try probably, most likely, an onside kick.
That's Trevor James going to kick off for us tonight and start it off.
Here comes the kick. It's a spinner, and it's not going to go 10 yards.
No.
Mills touches it, but they fall on it also at the 46-yard line of Pulaski Academy.
Justin Keith there on the recovery there for the Bruins. For the Mills Comets.
I would say the quarterback, let's see, when they line up here, I think it's going to be Marbley. But we'll check it and see. Could be Jeremy Allen. It is going to be Allen. Allen's going to get the start. He's a senior. 5'7". He'll open up under center with his running back behind him, Tyron Withers. Allen's going to keep it, and he's in trouble already. He tries to run right. There's nothing there, and the Bruins have him back at midfield. So a loss of about, where are they going to mark it? Well, they're going to give him 48, so a loss of a couple. Mark Odom on the tackle. So a loss of 2, it'll be second down and 12. So Allen, the quarterback. Withers, the running back. Allen's under center with his deep back, Withers.
Jay, I'm here.
Second down and long. Allen rolls to the right to pass. Looks, now steps up and tries to run. He's got a few yards, down to the 45, down to the 43, maybe the 42-yard line. They got some positive yardage. Will Hart there to make the stop. That's going to leave it with 3rd down and 7. from the Bruin 43. Need to get to the 36 for a first down. Well, this Bruin defense, can't say enough about them, the way they played last week.
They saved the ball game for us last week for sure.
Here's Allen to Withers, and he's got a first down. No, he's close to it. Down about the 37, maybe the 30. It's going to be close. Depends on where they mark it. I believe he's a little short. He is a little short. Yeah. So it's going to be 4th down a yard. 4th and a yard, Zach DeVete on the tackle. So a big play right away for Mills is they have it 4th and 1 from the Bruin 37. Defense would love to get this stop and let the offense go to work.
Looks like our defense is missing a few players from last week.
Well, Allen under center on 4th and 1 gives to Withers. He's got the first down and more as he carries down to near the 31-yard line. He got about 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Doesn't look like Isaiah Woods is starting tonight, nor is Brooks Walton at middle linebacker for us. Looks like number 17, Zach DeVete, middle linebacker tonight.
Senior night,
first
that's
and
why.
10 at the 31-yard line. They were getting some playing time in early for some of these guys, too.
Senior night. Can you hear me,
under
Jack?
center on 1st and 10. And he gives it to the little tailback. Move from left to right, got back to about the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. Corbin Humphrey.
Number 20, Corbin Humphrey carries on the play.
I think probably some of the reason some of the players are not in, some of the guys that are missing right now, they're juniors, and this is senior night, so they're letting them start first, maybe.
Could be. Could very well be. 2nd down and 10. Could be starting all the seniors, you're right.
Yeah, Isaiah's junior, and so is Brooks Walton.
Could be for this first series anyway. 2nd down and a long 10. There's a pitch back to man running left. He's going to be tripped up as he gets to the 30. Falls inside to about the 28-yard line. That was Rajon Ware. He's a senior. 6'1", 183.
Will Osmond.
Will Osmond on the tackle.
To the PA 28-yard line.
Just underway in the first quarter. The Comets took the ball at the Pulaski Academy 46. They now have it at the 28. But they're facing 3rd down and 7. Need to get to the 21 for a first down. Allen. He's going to try to run option right, flips it out. He'll be caught, but well defended. He flipped it out to Corbin Humphrey, but Humphrey, by the time he turned the corner, he was swarmed under. Hayden Henry was there leading the way.
Hayden lowered the boom on him.
Didn't get much. Got to the 27. It's going to be 4th down and 6. So need to get near the 21 for a first down. So 4th and long, and here's another opportunity for this defense to make a stop early. Comets facing a 4th down and 6 at the Bruin 27. And now they want a timeout. They want a timeout to talk about it. Yeah, Bobby Crawford's been refereeing. He's a referee out there tonight. You said you knew him. He's been refereeing for quite a while.
Now this is, I'm telling on him, but he's I don't know his exact age.
Comments.
Yeah.
But I think if some of you old folks out there might know the group called the Pacers.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's the drummer for them.
Really?
Yes. But he said that he thought this was going to be about the last year that they were going to be together, and most of them are getting so old they can't do it anymore.
Well, I watched him on the football field for many years.
He's a real good ref.
Jay and Brooks,
He's done
can you hear me?
championship games.
Jay.
Ball's at the 27.
Got something
the
for you.
Comets facing a 4th down and 6. They need to get to the 21 for a first down. This is their opening drive. Nothing or score here in the first quarter. Jeremy Allen, the quarterback. He's back to pass. Rushes on. He avoids one man, but not the second. Fumbles the football. It's still loose. It's not going to matter. The Bruins are going to have it. It's going to be a turnover on downs at about the 32, 33-yard line.
There's a fumble on the play.
Swarmed him under.
Jay, can you hear me?
He didn't have a chance to turn the corner. He's planning on trying to keep that ball. But too many Bruins on top of him. Cameron Fonseca makes the recovery.
Peyton Titus originally was on the
Jay, can you hear me?
Tackle, I believe.
Yep.
Jay.
1st and 10 Bruins now at their own 33. First time they've had the football. Defense stops the Comets. gets the ball back for the Bruins. Hatcher, quick pass to the left, caught at the 35, out to the 39-yard line before they stop him. Gain of about 5 or 6.
Big Trey Adams.
Is that Trey?
Trey
Adams.
goes to number 33, Trey Adams.
He's a senior 5'8".
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of these seniors get some
a
little more playing time than
Just
usual
beyond
tonight.
the 39-yard line, 2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard gain. Here's Hatcher to Watkins up through the middle of the 40, the 45, has a first down, makes a man miss, makes another miss at the 50, at the 45. Finally down at about the 42-yard line. Well, Watkins keeps those feet moving. He's so tough to tackle.
He's stopped by number 28.
Number 28, Bo Christopher.
Oh,
was on the
Christopher.
tackle there.
Making his way to
Had a shoestring tackle around the
yard
ankle
line.
there, or he'd
First
been off
and
to the
10
races, I
Bruins.
believe, Jay.
Watkins ran it down to the 42-yard line of Mills. Here's Hatcher. Watkins to his right. Quick pitch to the right this time. It's caught at the 45, the 40, the 35, down to the 30, carrying tacklers with him inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
Corey McMillan.
That's McMillan.
He's
Greg
stopped by
Patillo
number
on the
15,
stop.
Seth Dillard.
So another first down for the Bruins, and this drive is going fine so far. At the
After making his way
29-yard
to
line.
Kermit,
Just like
30,
we like to see it.
29-yard line. 1st and 10 Bruins.
Hatcher has Watkins to his right. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter, no score. Here's Watkins. The 30, the 25, cuts outside 20. He's gone. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. You knew once he turned the corner, they weren't going to catch it.
Jared Watkins carries on the play.
He's OEL, even he's leaving.
If he's even, he's leaving. Yep. So Watkins put 6 on the board for the Bruins. With 6:48 to go in the first quarter. It's been a tough season for the Comets. It's been a tough several seasons for the Comets, and essentially this is their last ball game. So,
right.
you know, if you could put some points up early on them, and maybe then you could get some playing time and for some of the other guys, and now the Comets jump on the extra point. No shame in that. We see everybody do it.
Yeah, that's just, I guess it's,
Dead ball. Offside. White.
Bobby. Offsides on the white, so Bruins are still going to kick. They're not going to go for 2. Moves it half the distance to go. A lot of times you'll see them go for 2. They're going to kick this one. Up 6-0. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And we'll take a break. 6:48 to go in the first quarter. Bruins have the ball one time. They've scored. Our score. Bruins 7. Mills Comets nothing. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM, The Answer. Another onside kick. Talked about the Comets having a rough start to the season and a rough season. Started off losing 27-26 to Jacksonville and 20-18 to Hall.
oh, goodness.
So here's the onside kick. Hops, and I believe, let's see, it's still loose. The Comets may have it on the far side.
I believe they do, Jay.
Right against their sideline.
Yeah, number 2, Xavier Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy came up with it. They'll have it at the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line. At about the, it's on the far hash.
At least on that kick, at least the ball went 10 yards.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem with that, no doubt. The 1st and 10 at the 49. Allen, the quarterback. He's going to hand it to the end around, and the Bruins have him wrapped up in the backfield. It's going to be a negative play back to about the 45-yard line. Rajon Ware got the carry. He was met by a bunch of blue shirts. Never had a chance. Talking about turning the corner, he never made it to the corner.
He never made it there.
No, he didn't.
I think number 44, Will Osmond, was the one that made the tackle for him.
A big second down and 14 after a loss of 4 on the play. 6:16 to go in the first quarter. Bruins leading at 7-0. Homecoming senior night. Allen has his running back Withers about 3 yards deep. He runs into him. I don't know who has the ball this time. They ran into each other. Withers ended up with it, but he's going to lose 2 more back to the 43. Will Hart, first man there.
Yeah, he just blew that one all up. They didn't have a chance to even get started on that play.
Quarterback turned and ran into the running back, and by that time it was all over. It's 3rd down and 16 now. Ball's at the 43 of Mills. They need to get to the 41 of Pulaski Academy. 5:34 to go. Here in the first quarter. Here's Allen under center on 3rd down and long. Drops back to pass, being rushed. Moves to the left. He's in trouble. He's going to be just wiped out back at about the 31-yard line. The deeper he got, the worse the situation got. So, Will Osmond, Peyton Titus.
They lowered the boom on him.
All the way back to the 34, and it's going to be 4th down and a $2 cab ride. A long way.
I'll donate $1 if you'll do the other.
Well, I think they're going to kick this one away. Like Corbin Humphrey. No, it's going to be Rodney Townsend back to kick it away. He's standing at about the 21, his own 21. Has the snap. Gets the kick away. Nobody back deep for PA. This one's going to roll. 40, 35, 30, 25. Down to the 20-yard line. And that's where the Bruins will take over at their own 20 with 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Bruins leading at 7-0. They've had the ball one time. They scored. We'll see what the offense can do this time after another stop by the defense. I've said it for years, Brooks, when you talk about Pulaski Academy, of course you talk about the offense because you never know what you're going to see offensively. But what a job this defense has done. Kind of overlooked a lot of times. First and 10 Bruins at their own 20. Hatcher alone in the shotgun. Looks to pass. Throws over the middle. Has a deep man. This is caught at the 45, and he's gone. 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bruins. Is that Ray Jackson?
Ray Jackson.
Ray Jackson. No doubt about that one. He was wide open. All he had to do was catch the football, basically. And he was gone. So with 4:11 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 Bruins, and they will go for 1. Hatcher back to kick. Wesley Wise will hold. Snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is true. So 4:11 to go. The Bruins are on their way. 4:11 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a break. Our score, Pulaski Academy 14, Mills nothing. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM, The Answer. Well, 14-0 Bruins. They're taking care of business so far against Mills, the final regular season game. Next week, the playoffs start. And the good news is the Bruins will be playing here at home. This looks like a drop kick. It is. It's a spinner. And the Mills Comets, they recovered at the 49. They're on 49. bobbled it for a second. But
That was a new kicker there for us, I think. I hadn't seen him this year. I was Brett Lynch.
yeah. Dominique Copeland came up with it. He's a senior.
We know the last scoring drive the Bruins had, I think that's about a one-play, 80-yard.
Yeah.
All
it
at
was
once.
a no-doubter. All you had to do is
Yeah.
catch the ball, and he was gone.
Well, the defensive guy slipped down, I think.
Yeah. So first and 10 Comets near midfield. Ball's on their side of midfield. Bruins leading at 14-0. Allen under center. He looks to pass this time. Flings it out to the left. And boy, good catch. No, he dropped it. Had it on his fingertips. Took it to the ground, but the ball popped loose.
That was Seth Dillard.
He's a senior.
Jay, I got something right there.
Let's go down for a minute to, I think Rick's down the field. Rick, you with us?
I am here after some senior night festivities like you guys were talking about. All the seniors playing this evening, getting a whole lot of time.
Yep.
That play right there was a great play actually by Hayden Henry. He got there and got a hand on the ball just in time, right as the Mills player was pulling the ball in.
We made a good, outstanding
Yeah, it was.
play on it, for sure.
Here's Allen, hands off to his running back, trying to run right. He's going to be forced out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. The gain of a couple. Peyton Titus forced him out of bounds. It'll bring up third down and long. Third and about 9 for the Comets. They haven't had much success offensively thus far. 3:56 to go in the first quarter. Bruins leading at 14-0. It's hard to believe Aiden Henry's a senior also, along with Zach DeVete and some of the guys. 1 minute they're ninth graders, and next minute they're seniors.
Seniors ready to go.
Here's a big 3rd and 1. Allen back to pass. Pressure on him, throws. It's going to be caught at the 40-yard line. And I believe it's going to be enough for a first down.
Passes complete to Corbin Humphrey.
Corbin Humphrey made the catch, and that'll move the chains. Big first down. Hayden Henry made the tackle. They're going to say the 39-yard line, so he got enough yardage plus 2. Move the ball to the Bruins 39. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Bruins leading at 14-0 on homecoming and senior night here at Pulaski Academy. Allen under center. Going to hand it off to the first man through, essentially the fullback. Gets down to about the 36, 37-yard line. That's Brandon Bunning. He's a senior. So he's going to move it down to the 36. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7. Will Osment, Cameron Fonseca on the tackle.
36-yard line, 2nd and 7.
Well, at least the Comets are avoiding negative plays this time.
Right.
They've had the last couple of series. Bunning is still back there. There's the tailback.
Isaiah Woods in.
A fumble on the play, a fumble on the pitch, and the Bruins have it.
There's a fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play, the Bruins pick it up. Peyton Titus picked it up.
Peyton
Yeah.
Titus, 1st and 10 Bruins.
Hey, Jay, got something.
Let's go down to Rick. Rick, what you got down there?
Well, after a couple of plays, I believe Will Hart learned what it's like to be on the inside as all the seniors were lining up on defense and got a couple of runs up the middle. And next thing you know, Will Hart's moved back outside and Isaiah Woods comes out onto the field.
That's a tough position there, I'm telling you.
Not easy going from defensive end to playing tackle.
No, not at all. The Bruins recover at the 41, their own 41-yard line, moving from our left to our right. Lane Hatcher with Watkins off to his right. Looks to pass, has plenty of time, throws, has a man open, but overthrows him, just overshoots him at the 35-yard line of Mills. Stops the clock, 2:41 to go in the first quarter. Bruins leading at 14-0. They've had the football twice, they've scored twice.
Pass intended for number 86.
Last time it was a one-play, 80-yard pass play.
Mm-hmm. That last pass was intended for Nathan Biagioni.
Hatcher
Just out of his arm.
barely, just off his fingertips.
Mhm.
Hatcher back to pass, swings it back to the right, has Watkins at the 40, the 45, out to the 50. I think he got across the 50. Had to get to the 49 for a first down. Let's see where they mark it. He's about a half-yard shot.
Xavier Hart
Xavier Hardy tripped him up.
Just inside the 50-yard line.
It's going to be third down, about a half a yard. Ball's just inside the Comet side of the 50, but they need to get to the 49. Hatcher with Watkins to his left. 3 receivers to the right, which is the short side of the field, 1 to the left. Backs up to pass. Hatcher looking. Throws it downfield. Has a man there. It's Lynch. He's got the football. The 20 down to the 15. He's finally going to be dragged down at the 14-yard line. Allen, the quarterback, is back there playing defensive back and drug him down at about the 14. Good pass and catch that time. We told you before the game started, Lynch has turned into a sure-handed receiver.
He certainly has. You can tell Lane's doing a lot better tonight in the fact that he's not getting pressured near as bad as he has been last week.
1st and 10 Bruins at the Comets 14. Trying to strike again here in the first quarter. Watkins goes in motion behind the quarterback. Now Hatcher looks to throw, sets up a screen, but it looked like somebody fell down over there and the ball falls incomplete.
I believe it's supposed to be intended for Nathan Biagioni, but he got tripped up somewhere or another.
Nathan fell and ball fell harmlessly to the turf, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 14. Minute 42 to go here in the first quarter. Bruins leading Mills 14-0. Hatcher has Watkins to his left. This may be a handoff to Watkins. We'll see. Whistle, stop it. It was going to be, but the flag comes in from the far side and the near side. Somebody moved to her. Now it's offsides on Mills. That's going to be offsides on the Comets. See what old Bobby has to say here.
Dead ball, offside, defense.
All right. We'll march it down to the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 5.
It was 57.
So 1st down and 5. Hatcher looks to pass this time. Throws it in the end zone. Deep part of the end zone. Is it caught? Let's see. Touchdown Bruins. Well, what a catch in the back part of the end zone. Is that Trey Johnson?
Trey Johnson.
Yep. Junior wide receiver. Trey gets it on the action. It's 20-0 with a minute 35 to go here in the first. A good march down the field for the Bruins. Trying to get a little tune-up tonight for the playoffs starting next week. That's nothing against Mills. They've had a tough season, but Bruins needed a little tuning up after last week.
Mm-hmm.
Snap is low. Good job by Wise. Picks it up. The kick is up, and the kick is good from Hatcher. So we'll take a break. A minute 35 to go in the first quarter. Score now, Pulaski Academy 21. Mills nothing. You're listening to Bruin Football. Here comes a drop kick, I think.
Allen.
It is. And fielded by Mills at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was Allen Amuya.
Oh, sure was. He's junior. Allen Amuya. He tries his luck at it, but Mills falls on the ball at the 48-yard line, their own 48. Minute 32 to go in the first quarter. Bruins leading at 21-0. Trying to get things in sync tonight because you play at home next week in the opening round of the playoffs. We'll be here with you. Of course, once you get to the playoffs, the scary thing is you lose and you're gone.
Yeah,
So
you're one and
done.
one
man.
lost, you're gone.
Quarterback is Allen. He's up under center with a running back just a yard behind him. As a man in motion, he's going to hand it off to the first man through, and the Bruins don't let him get anywhere. He may have got a yard out of it. Maybe. That's Brandon Bunning. He's 5'11", 225, and he's a senior.
Yeah.
At the 49-yard line.
Cameron Fonseca in on the tackle. Aiden Henry there.
Second and 9.
A lot of blue shirts. Stop him after 1 yard. Second down and 9. The ball's at the 49. Mills is 49. Like a new quarterback. We got Verdon in there at quarterback now, but the handoff to Bunning gains another yard. Orion Verdon, who's a junior, 6 feet 162, so trying to change a few things up. Be third down and 8. 2 successive 1-yard plunges. Leaves them with third and long. Ball is just inside the Bruins side of the 50-yard line. So another big third down play. Verdon, the quarterback, Bunning behind him. He's going to drop back to pass. He's being chased. He throws, and it's going to be, they've been caught, but way short of the first down. Caught it, but out of bounds at the 47. So only gained about 2 or 3. That's going to bring up fourth down and about 5. Rajon Ware on the catch, but he was, had his momentum taking him out of bounds when he caught it. So it's fourth down and 5. And another big play for the Comets here. Well, at this point, why not? You know, well, it looks like they're going to kick it. They're going to punt it away. Like Rodney Townsend back to kick it away. He's standing back at his own 40 on fourth down and 5. Gets a snap, no rush. Straight up in the air this time. They need to get away from it. Ball hits at the 30, has a sideways bounce, and goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So the Bruins will take over at their own 27. Good thing you got a decent roll out of that, because that was almost straight up that time.
Yeah, it sure was.
Goes out of bounds at 27. The Bruins leading at 21-0 with 2 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They'll have time for one play. From their own 27, moving from our left to our right. Hatcher hands it off to Watkins, running to the right, trying to get the corner, being chased. It's a little bit of the corner. Finally hem him in and knock him out of bounds across the 30, out to the 35-yard line. A gain of about 8 on the play, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Cameron Tanner ran him out of bounds. But that's the end of one. We'll take a break. Our score after one, Pulaski Academy 21, Mills nothing. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM, The Answer. As we start the second quarter, Bruins have it at their own 35-yard line, leading it 21-0. Hatcher looks to pass out of the pistol formation, throws it for Watkins. Watkins reaches up and just has it knocked away. Defending on the play was Greg Patillo, and he was in good position.
Yeah, he certainly was.
Just good enough to get in the way. And Watkins couldn't bring it down. It's going to be third down and a couple now from the 35-yard line. They'd get just beyond the 37 for a first down. This time Hatcher with the empty set. Nobody back there with him. 3 receivers to the left. 2 to the right on 3rd and 2. He looks to pass. Flings it over the middle. Caught. First down at the 40. Out to the 44-yard line. Close to the 45. Luke Bratcher made the catch. He's a junior. That's a first down Bruins. Cord and Patello on the tackle. First and 10 Bruins at their own 45. Moving from our right to our left now. With 11:47 to go in the half. And we got another timeout. Didn't see who called it. Looks like Mills because they have. It's hard to say, to tell the truth. I know they called one earlier. But the Bruins have a first down at their own 45-yard line, leading at 21-0. Trying to put more on the board. I know Coach Kelly would like to he'd like to see that 35 before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
That way he could let some of these guys rest and let some of the younger guys and some of the other guys take the field and get some good, valuable playing time. You know, everybody likes to talk about the starters, and rightfully so.
Right.
But these guys, they're practicing right with them every day. Back during the summertime and that hot sunshine.
Yeah, they sweated just as much as the starters.
That's exactly
did.
right.
Oh.
So they need a piece of this too, just like the starters do.
And I tell you, there's no substitute for experience.
Nope, you got to have it.
Be valuable experience for next year.
All right, here we go. Looks like Mills called the timeout. Okay. Just got that clarified. Here's a direct snap to Watkins. Up the middle he goes to 50. Down to the 45. Spins down to the 44-yard line. That'll be enough for another first down. That was Anderson. Yeah, that was R.J. Anderson.
R.J., I mean.
Yeah. Good spin move to get him a first down. Gain of 11. Bruins up by 3 touchdowns, 21-0, as we just get into the second quarter here at Pulaski Academy. Hatcher, quick pitch to the left, caught, flag on the play. Lynch has it, works his way down to about the 35, but we'll see what the call is. Flag came in from the near sideline. Anytime you see that, you think holding out there. We'll see. That was a first down play. We'll let Bobby Crawford tell us.
Illegal lineman downfield.
All right.
On the offense.
That's what I like about Bobby. He's a man of few words. He just gets up there and says it, and it's over with.
It's over with, isn't it?
Illegal lineman downfield, so that'll back them up. Mark it back to the 49-yard line, the Mills 49-yard line. And it'll be first and 15 for the Bruins. Hatcher has Watkins this time to his right. About 3 yards deep, takes a snap, rolls to his left, rushes on, trying to set up a screen. Watkins just couldn't quite pull it in. It was just a little bit wide of Watkins.
That's intended for Jared Watkins is incomplete.
So they'll come back and try to do it again. Be second down and 15. That's a couple times I tried to set that screen up and
hadn't panned out for me.
Just hadn't worked right. This time empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Watkins is he split wide to the right? Yep, way wide to the right. Hatcher looking right, throws over the middle. The ball's tipped away.
That was tipped by number 23.
Broken up by number 23, Henderson.
Aquarius Henderson.
I believe he was looking for Hudson Henry coming across the middle. And they just got a hand on it at the line of scrimmage and knocked it down. So now we're looking at third down and 15 from the Mills 49. Hatcher alone in the shotgun again. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. This time Watkins is a receiver to the left. Hatcher looks to pass. Has plenty of time. Now being chased from behind. He's going to be hit, but gets rid of the ball. And was that a catch? If that was a heck of a catch. A good catch down around the 30, the 29-yard line.
It was Chris Lang, I believe, Jay.
Pass is complete to number 8, Luke.
Nope.
Oh, it's
sorry.
Bratcher. Yeah.
Luke Bratcher, I'm sorry.
Bratcher's a junior. He made a diving catch.
He's caught by number 15,
Hey, right there.
Seth
Let
Dillard
me add something
at
there.
the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Rick's down there. Rick, what'd you see?
It was a great catch by Luke Bratcher. Luke Bratcher has a great story. He really injured his knee in a manner that they didn't think he was going to come back this year, but he was able to, and that was one heck of a catch.
That
Good
sure
addition
was.
to the wide receiver corps.
Yep. Here's Watkins up the middle for just a couple.
He's stopped by number 23, D.Q. Henderson.
Aquarius Henderson on the tackle
The ball is spotted
after a gain
at
of,
the just inside
let's
the
say, 3.
27-yard line. Second
Ball's
and
near the
6.
26. So the Bruins 26 and a half yards away. With 10:37 to go till halftime, they're leading at 21-0. Hatcher looks to pass, slings it left. It's going to be caught at the 25, down to the 22-yard line.
Pass is complete to Hayden Cobb. He's stopped by number 8.
Hayden Cobb, number 6, on the catch. He's a senior.
At the 22-yard line. 3rd and 3.
There's Bratcher again, maybe. Yeah. And we've got a Comet on the field. Don't know if it's cramps or what. 10:03 to go in the first half. As they'll come out to see about the Comet on the field. 21-0 Bruins leading. They're looking for more. That was Clord on the tackle.
Braylon.
See how quick I picked that up there, Josh? Do what now? I can pick Josh's hand signals up so quick now when he's flash. Then finally he has to come over here and tell me what he's talking about. So, well, I'm telling you what, this is a well-oiled machine up here.
Hey, who was that? Who got the last touchdown for us?
So they're tending to the Comet. They're getting him up on the field. Looks like it's going to be, that's Braylon Clord. He's a junior, 6 feet 180. With 10:03 to go until halftime. Senior night, homecoming night here at Pulaski Academy. Bruins in their last regular season game of the year. Next week we start the playoffs. Steve Marston's going to be with us at the half, along with Brooksy. They'll talk about some things while the homecoming festivities are underway. Here's a handoff to Watkins. He cuts back inside the 15. He is so tough to get down. It's inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Bruins will have a first down at, see where they put the ball down, just outside the 12.
The ball is spotted at about the 12-yard line.
So first down for the Bruins. 9:44 to go, clock running. Bruins trying to get that 35-point sportsmanship rule going at the half. Watkins, a running back off the left of Hatcher. Hatcher throws it out to the left. Upper grabs just over the outstretched hands of, I believe that was Lynch, in the corner of the end zone.
Pass intended for number 84, Hudson Henry.
Oh, that was Hudson Henry. That was Hudson. So Hudson Henry couldn't quite grab that one in the corner of the end zone. It'll bring up second down and 10. It looks like a pistol formation this time. And Hatcher looks to Coach Kelly and his staff on the sideline. It will be as Watkins is behind him. On 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Fakes the handoff to Watkins. Now looks to pass. Swings it out to the right. It's caught at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown. Good block out there, too. Now a flag comes in. Well, I hate to see those flags after the play's already over with. They were already in the end zone, and then all of a sudden, here comes a flag out from the far sideline.
Nice catch by Corey in the middle.
Block in the back on the offense.
Block in the back. Well, that negates that TD.
So that'll bring it back.
You just have to back it up and do it all over again.
As they signal is blocking it back. 9:21 to go here until halftime. That was a slow-moving second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
That was on Amua.
Block was on Alan Amua.
Alan Amuya.
He
He got out there and got a good block, and Looked like a good block, but apparently got him a little bit in the back, and they brought it back. Here's Watkins now on a shotgun. He's going to take it up the middle and has a hole at the 2015. 10-5 touchdown. Wow, I'm telling you what. He took that snap and he was off to the races.
Like I told you, they just backed it up and they did it over again.
Gave him some extra yardage.
Yeah.
Well, the Bruins now lead at 27-0. Just mentioned we're running like a well-oiled machine. Russ McKinney just chimed in and said, what is it, Pennzoil or what? Here's Hatcher for the extra point. Snap is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. Been pretty successful this season on those extra points, too. We'll keep it right here. With 9:15 to go in the second quarter. Bruins now leading at 28-0. Scored on every possession they've had, I believe. And now you can see the body language with the Comets down 28-0 with 9:15 to go here in the first half. Coach Kelly wants to have a word with his team before they run out on the field. We'll see if they do another onside kick or just kick it away. He doesn't like to kick the ball long because he always says something bad happens when you do. But what a job this bunch has done this year. Coach Kelly and Blake Amsler and Anthony Lucas and Todd Wood and Madison Taylor and Jason Wyatt. Chris Peterson down there working. Todd Ross, the trainer.
Well, I'll tell you, Jay, I've come up here. Not only do they coach high school, they're also coaching the junior high.
Well, they're busy all the time.
They are.
All the time.
But, you know, that's good. The kids, they get to know the kids early.
Yep.
And the kids know the system and what they'd be expected of them. And it's just that's why they have had so much success over the years.
Well, they're going to kick it off this time as they brought the tee out and they've got it teed up. Hatcher will kick from the 40, from our right to our left. Deep man at about the 10, 12-yard line. Here's a long high kick. This one's going to be taken, though, at the 3-yard line. Back out to the 5, the 10, the 15. Cutting left at the 20 and finally brought down across the 20-yard line. See where they mark it. At the 24. So Bills will take over at the 24. Moving from our left to our right. And this will be their, of course, last ball game of the season. Bruins will have at least one more, and we hope about 4 more.
Yes, absolutely.
Then we'll see who's at quarterback this time for the Comets. Looks like Allen again. Going to hand it off to the first man through, and he is stacked up. I don't know if he made it back to the line of scrimmage or not. We'll see where they mark it. Yeah, they're going to give him about a foot on the play.
Brandon Bunting carries on the play.
Well, that's Brandon Bunting. He's a senior, 5'11", 225. He gets it out to the 25. So they're going to give him about a half yard, maybe a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
Jeremy Allen, the starter at quarterback, is back in the game. He's under center. Drops the football, picks it up, sprints out to his right, looks to throw, throws it. And let's see, it's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for number 10, Justin Keith.
Pass intended for number 10, Justin Keith, is incomplete.
Right at the Bruins sideline. It went incomplete. 8:25 to go in the second. Bruins leading at 28-0. Here comes another big 3rd down play for Mills. 3rd down and 9. What do you do here, Brooksy?
I think he's going to have to pass. Yeah, he's going to have to chunk it.
Well, let's see. 3rd down and 9 from their own 25-yard line. Now a timeout called.
Timeout, Mill.
Well, that should be it for them. It should be their 3rd timeout. We'll take a break as they talk this thing over on 3rd and 9. 8:25 to go in the first half. Pulaski Academy leading at 28-0 over Mills. Listening to Bruin football. Both teams back out on the field, and this is a 3rd down and 9 for Mills. They had the football at their own 25-yard line. Need to get out to the 34 for a first down. Allen, the quarterback. Bunning behind him as the running back. Allen rolls to his right to pass, throws, and it's going to be incomplete, about the 25-yard line. You're looking for number 25 that time, Rajon Ware. And now it's 4th down and 9, and the punt team will come back out on the field.
I don't believe if he'd have completed that pass, he'd made much on that anyway.
I doubt it.
Jay, got something for you?
Let's go down to Rick DeVete on the sideline. Rick, what you got down there?
Well, you know, one of the things that Mills hasn't been able to do really is pass it over the middle, so they're trying to do a rollout each time. And Coach Kelly and the defensive staff, they've really kind of sniffed that out, and they haven't been able to get those out routes that they're hitting earlier.
Yep, no doubt about it. Mills will kick this one away. Snap is good. The kick is a little bit of a spiral. It's a little wobbly spiral. It's going to hit at the 50-yard line, take a Bruin bounce back into Mills territory, and be down at the 46-yard line. So a 28-0 lead, a touchdown here, an extra point make it 35. And, of course, at halftime, if you have a 35-point lead, it starts the sportsmanship rule in the second half. And that would give the Bruins some time to rest some of these starters, get some of these other guys into the ball game for some good experience and playing time. But they got to get there first. 8:12 to go here in the second quarter. Hatcher, the quarterback. Lane Hatcher, Jr., has 4 receivers to the wide side, which is the left. He looks left. He bounces. He throws. It's caught at the 40, down to the 36-yard line. The time he hit Nathan Biagioni, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
He's a junior. Going to be just a tad shy of the first down. About a yard shy.
36-yard line.
Very close.
37-yard line, 2nd and 1.
So it'll be 2nd down, about a half yard to go. Hatcher looks to pass, bounces, now being chased, has to roll the other way, and he's going to go down back at the 47, 48-yard line. Didn't have a chance that time. Bo Christopher was right in there on him.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be 3rd down and 12. Went from 2nd down and a half yard to 3rd down and 12.
I don't like to see plays like that.
No.
Kind of disrupts your strategy.
The flow of everything.
Yeah, the flow of everything for sure.
3rd down and 12. Anderson, the running back. Hatcher to pass. Throws. Going to be dropped. He threw it out there at time to sure-handed Ray Jackson, but that time Jackson was thinking about running with that football before it got in there. And it bounced away from him. And now you're looking at a 4th down and 12. Well, this is what people come to see. Pulaski Academy on 4th down. 4th down and 12. From the Mills 48. Need to get down to the 36. R.J. Anderson, the running back, but he's in the slot left. Hatcher looks to the sideline, now looks to pass. Has some time, throws, and it's going to be caught at the 35, down to the 30-yard line. That'll keep the drive alive.
It's Brett Lynch.
Yeah, it's Lynch again.
He's really come on latter part of the season for the Bruins, Jay.
Yeah, he's become a go-to guy.
Yeah.
And that was a big play to pick up the first down on 4th and 12.
He's a good size receiver, too. He's 6'2", 175.
There's Hatcher on 1st down. Gives it to Anderson. He has a hole at the 25, down to the 20, the 15. Running for the corner at the 10, down inside the 10. Somebody had the angle on him.
Yeah, that was.
Ran him out of bounds.
Fred Marbley had the angle on him and ran him out of bounds at about the 4-yard line.
Well, it's going to be 1st down and goal for the Bruins. 6:35 to go. They're going to say he went out the 8.
8, okay.
But it's 1st and goal. Bruins looking for a little bit more. Hatcher has a running back to his right and a man in motion. He looks to pass, looks to set up a screen. He gets it out there. It's caught at the 10-yard line. Needs a block, gets a block at the 5, touchdown. Biagioni caught the ball, and he had some blockers in front of him. He had to wait to get that block, and he got it. And he strolls into the end zone to make it 34-0 with 6:27 to go here in the first half. Now they'll try that important extra point. Hatcher to kick. See if he can make it 35-0. And now Mills comes across, and that'll stop the play. And flags come in. Well, they stopped that one. That was a big guy coming through.
Dead ball, offside defense. After just get a goal.
Open the gate up and let the bull out.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what it looked like.
That's what that looked like.
So Hatcher will try again. Good hold by Wise. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It's what the doctor ordered so far. We'll take a break. 6:27 to go here in the first half. Bruins leading Mills 35-0. You're listening to Pulaski Academy Bruin football. So it'll be second down and 15 after a loss of nearly 6. It's about second down to 15.5. Allen under center again. He's going to hand it to his running back, but there's no room. He just struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. May have gained a half yard on the play. Ware on the carry. He's a senior, 6'1", 183.
And Brooks Walton again on the tackle.
Yep.
Yes.
Clock running, 5:25 to go in the first half. Bruins leading at 35-0 here at home on homecoming and senior night. And it's third down and a little more than 15 for the Comets. Again, seems like it has been all night long for them. Backed up to their own 25. Need to get out to the 40 for a first down. Here's Allen. Looks to pass, rushes on, throws. It's tipped and knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a fourth down and 15. Just don't have a whole lot working for them right now.
No, they sure don't, Jay. They're not functioning well at all right now.
So another fourth and long, fourth and 15. With 4:53 to go in the first half of this one. Bruins in control, leading 35-0. They'll kick it away again. Punter standing back at about his 12-yard line. It's Rodney Townsend. He gets a snap, gets it away. Wobbler's going to hit at the 45, take a sideways bounce, and it's going to be killed at the 47-yard line. The Bruins will take over at their own 47.
At the Bruin 47-yard line.
Now you want to maintain the 35-yard or the 35-point lead at halftime, because that assures you of the sportsmanship rule and the clock running throughout the second half. We'll see just when Coach Kelly starts sending some other guys in there. Right now they're looking to the sidelines. Now here comes Hatcher out, along with Watkins. Wait to see who came in. Hatcher's going to stay in, but the clock is running on them now. They've got 7 on the play clock. They have to hurry up. Watkins will take the direct snap. He does with a second left on the clock. Rolls to his right, looking to pass. Now tucks it under. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, down the sidelines at the 20. Flag comes in. Flag comes in. They finally corral him at about the 13-yard line. But there's a flag.
He's put out of bounds by number 4, Fred Marbley. There's a penalty flag.
Oh, boy.
That
hate to see those.
Yeah, that was
do.
that was a pretty run.
Back at about the 36-yard line.
Holding on the offense.
Jay?
Let's go down to Rick. He was down there. Rick, what happened down there?
Well, it looked like they got a quick little holding penalty.
Yeah.
On one of the receivers out here. You know, think about it. Jaron Watkins right there was acting like a passer. If that guy could throw the ball and run with it, how dangerous that would be right now.
Well, that'd be just a double threat then. You're not kidding.
You could see the defense kind of shut down their momentum and intensity the moment they saw he was running had the ball and he's going to pass.
That's
there
true.
He goes right there.
He passes, swings it out to the right, caught at the 50 out of the 45-yard line. That time, Watkins did pass it.
Jared Watkins' pass is complete to number 6, Hayden Cobb.
Hayden Cobb on the catch. Hayden's a junior.
By Fred Marbley at the 45-yard
It's going to end up being a second down and a couple after the penalty and after that play. Ball is at the Mills 45. Need to get to the 43 for a first down. Hatcher alone this time in the shotgun. Quick pass to the left. It's going to be caught to the 50, the 45, inside the 45. Close to the first down marker. That was Ja'Cory McMillan on the catch. And it depends on where they mark it. That's going to be very close. They're going to say it's a little bit shy. Third down and about a foot. The ball's at the 43. They need to get just inside the 43. Hatcher has a running back on both sides. Looks to the sideline on third and about a foot. Takes a snap. Here's a little shovel pass. That's good for the first down yardage and more. Inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 33. Is that Trey Johnson?
That was Trey Johnson. Kind of
little shovel pass to him as he came across the middle. Moves the chains and moves the ball down to the 33-yard line. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half now. Bruins leading it 35-0. Looks like Watkins is going to take the direct snap this time. Hatcher off to his right. He has it. He's going to try the middle again. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got a touchdown. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. And he dances into the end zone. Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'll tell you what, you give him any room, and he's a hard guy to catch up to.
He certainly is.
Makes it 41-0 with 2:37 to go until halftime. He just took a direct snap. He just kind of hung around for a second to see where the hole was. Danced through there, and by that time, he was gone. So Hatcher on for the extra point. Bruins trying to make quick work out of this one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll keep it right here for a moment. 2:37 to go until halftime. Bruins leading it 42-0. And folks, they're not trying to pour it on. It's just Mills is having a hard time stopping them right now.
That's Just total mismatch.
It's not, they're not playing bombs
No,
away against them or anything like
no.
that.
Well, you get this high score up against on you, and you just kind of lose all interest in wanting to play too hard.
We made that point before the game started. This is their last game of the season for Mills. This is it.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, their season's over. The Bruins trying to fine-tune things because they've got a home game next week and the playoffs here. So naturally, the Bruins want to do some things to look sharp.
Mm-hmm.
And Mills is just having a hard time stopping them right now. Here's a long kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. Back to the 10, the 15, the 20, outside the 25, and finally corralled at the 28-yard line. That was Marbley. He's a senior.
He's stopped by Ethan Glasgow and number 26.
He played some quarterback last year for this team, Mills. Pretty good athlete. They're going to give him the 29-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Mills there. Moving from our left to our right. 2:29 to go until halftime. Bruins up handily 42-0. Allen still at quarterback. He's got Bunning behind him. And a man in motion. He pitches to the deep man, and he's not going to be able to turn the corner. He's hit before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard or two on the play. And a man coming behind him, and he just turned around, flipped it out to Rajon Ware, and there was no where for Ware to run.
Nowhere to wear it.
No.
Nowhere for Ware to run. Peyton Tattelson on the tackle there for him, Jay, for the Bruins.
They're going to give him the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Allen at quarterback. He's a senior. He's going to try just almost like a single wing that time. Just turned and handed it off to Bunning, and he gets a couple. Across the 30. They're going to give him the 32. So they'll give him 3 on the plays. 3rd down and 7. Well, I guess if you hand it off the line of scrimmage, you got a better chance of making a little bit of yardage than going backwards.
That's true.
Clock running, 1:20 to go until halftime. 3rd and 7 for Mills on homecoming and senior night. Allen hands it off to Bunning, and he's got a little bit of room across the 35, out to the 38, maybe the 39. He's going to be close to a 1st down. Fell forward for some good yardage. They're going to look at it. They're going to look, see if they're going to give him a 1st down. So that'll move the chains.
Okay.
1:01 to play here until halftime.
Brooks Walston was on the tackle on that last play.
Clock running as it will in the entire second half with the sportsmanship rule. Allen back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to be chewed up, and the football hits the ground. I believe the Bruins picked it up. Let's see. Comments say they have it. Back at the 34-yard line. Allen went back, and he was hit on both sides, and all of a sudden the ball was on the ground, but the Comets recovered it.
Yeah, Cameron Fonseca put the squeeze on him and made him drop the ball, and I'm not sure who recovered.
At the 35-yard line. 25 seconds, 24, 23. They'll have to run one more play here. 42-0, Bruins leading this one. Final regular season game. So one play left for Mills. Here's a handoff to Bunning, and he dives forward across the 35 to the 37, and that will do it.
Peyton Titus was on the tackle.
It is halftime. It's been all Pulaski Academy. Here at homecoming and senior night, Rector Field, Joe B. Hatcher Stadium. At halftime, Rick DeVito will be on the sidelines, but Brooks is going to be here, and also our good buddy Steve Marston back to the studio. He's going to help us out too. We'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Halftime. Bruins leading this one 42-0 over Mills. You're listening to Bruin Football.
Welcome, patrons, friends, students, and alumni. It is now my privilege to introduce the members of the 2016 Football Homecoming Court. Our freshman class is proudly represented by Miss Julia Elaine David. Julia is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rick David and is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Rick David. Julia plays volleyball and is also a member of the Medical Club, the Grow Club, Interact Club, and the Culinary Club. Miss Julia Elaine David. Miss Isabella Michelle Ifra. Isabella is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Patrick Ifra and is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Patrick Ifra. Isabella volunteers for the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation and is treasurer of the National Junior Honor Society. She is also a member of the Culinary Club and the Medical Club. Miss Isabella Michelle Ifra. Nista is the daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Govinda Lohani and is escorted tonight by her father, Dr. Govinda Lohani. Nista serves as the treasurer of both Mal UN and Amnesty International. She is also a student council representative and a member of the Medical Club and the Spanish Club. Miss Nista Lohani. Miss Sydney Scrivanos. Sydney is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Marty Scrivanos and is escorted tonight by her father, Marty Scrivanos. Sydney is a member of Bruin Palm and Spanish Club. She also serves as the secretary of the Interact Club and public relations officer for the Grow Club. Miss Sydney Scrivanos. Our junior class is proudly represented by Miss Emerson Claire Leach. Emerson is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Michael Leach and is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Michael Leach. Emerson serves as an officer in the junior class and Young Democrats Club. She is a member of FCA, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Lady Bruin Soccer, and Volleyball. Miss Emerson Claire Leach. Miss Haley Ray Nosler. Haley is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Matt Nosler and is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Matt Nosler. Haley is a member of Varsity Cheer, FCA, and the Spanish Club. She is also actively involved in Young Life. Haley is also an Angel of Hope this year. Miss Haley Ray Nosler. Miss Reagan Nicole Allen. Reagan is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Greg Allen and is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Greg Allen. Reagan is the Student Council Vice President and is also one of the student section leaders. Reagan also serves as a Veritas editor, Thespian Troupe President, and French Club officer. Reagan has been a very active part of the PA Drama Department and the Arkansas Repertory Theater. Miss Reagan Nicole Allen. Miss Caroline Margaret McCarty. Caroline is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mark McCarty and is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Mark McCarty. Caroline is the captain of Bruin Cheer. She also serves as vice president of the Culinary Club and secretary of the Spanish Club. She is a member of Mu Alpha Theta, National Honor Society, and National Hispanic Honor Society. Miss Caroline Margaret McCarty. Miss Sadie Alexandra Storths. Sadie is the daughter of Mr. Sam Storths and Dr. Suzanne Klimberg and is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Sam Storths. Sadie is the president of Mu Alpha Theta and Quiz Bowl. She is a member of the National Honor Society and Beta Club. She has also attended Arkansas Girls State. Sadie is also best friends with Buzz the Bear. At this time, the president and head of school, Mr. Matt Walsh, will crown the 2016 Football Homecoming Queen, Miss Sadie Alexandra Storths. Let's give a big round of applause for all of our homecoming queen representatives and Queen Sadie Alexandra Storths.
the Green Brigade continues with another classic rock favorite. We hope you'll enjoy Santana's 1969 hit, Evil Ways. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for John Major, Cross Brandon, and the Pulaski Academy Green Brigade. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome PA Senior Cheer and Prom.
Yeah, I don't like it held off much longer. I had people.
You never know. Yeah, you're exactly right. So, so far so good, and now they have the running clock in the second. Back at Rector Field, Joby Hatcher Stadium, our thanks to Steve at halftime. Always does a great job. And we were talking to Steve about some of these playoff games. Yeah, he's done many of them too, so he knows exactly what that means when you start getting ready for playoffs and how much easier it is to play at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Performance from PA Cheer here, and they did just an outstanding job.
Yep, the Cheer and Palm squad, they did a great job here at halftime. And of course, it's senior night, it's homecoming, a lot of festivities, and a big crowd here. Bruins put on a show in the first half, scored 42 points, leading at 42-0. They put another 3 minutes back on the clock, but the Bruins are yet to come out of the. Now they're coming out. They're coming out now to warm up a little bit. So a little bit extra long, but this second half won't take as long as we have the sportsmanship rules.
That's right, sure.
We're checking on some other scores as we go tonight, too.
Well, I saw the paperwork how the Cad beat Central, but I didn't realize what the score was. Didn't pay close attention to it.
Big scores. Well, as we look forward to next week, we're allowed to do that now with a 42-0 lead. We expect a big crowd here as the playoffs start next week. Of course, the Bruins can use your help to make that home field advantage even bigger. And 3 wins here. That's looking down the road.
Yeah,
that's tough to look at.
Yeah, let's don't count a chicken before
But
the
if
hatch.
they do get 3 wins here, of course, they're off to War Memorial Stadium, and they'll get to go for the three-peat, try to win their 3rd state championship game. But I'm telling you what, there are several, I won't say a lot, there are several really, really good teams in 5A this year.
Absolutely. There's one that I'm keeping my eye on, and I hope we don't have to play them, but we might.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And if it's a team I'm thinking of, I was looking at the bracket, and they're in the bottom part of the bracket, and we're in the top part of the bracket. So we would have to get all the way to the state championship game to face that team.
Okay.
But you're looking in the top part of the bracket, in the 5A playoff bracket, got some pretty salty teams up there too. So you got to bring your A game. You know, once you get to the playoffs, if you have one bad game and somebody else has a good game, you get a turnover here or there, momentum switches, and you're in trouble, whether you're at home or not.
Let me ask you this, Jay. When was the last time, and I think I got this correct, the PA lost to a playoff game here at Hatcher Stadium?
I can remember it. I cannot remember what year. It was either to, I think it was either Morrilton.
I believe it was Morrilton, and then maybe the year before that or something.
Was it Batesville? Did they come here?
Batesville, yeah. Those are the two that I remember.
And those teams are going to be tough again this year to go along with win. But you just got to bring your A game. Anytime you get in the playoffs, you're playing a team that's finished in the top 4 of their conference. And it's going to be tough each and every night. That's why it's so important to be playing at home and get that home field advantage. And that's why we need a big crowd here next week, a big, loud crowd to let whoever it is that comes here, whether it's Magnolia or whoever, that, hey, they're going up against not only the Bruins, but this big crowd too. So very important to this team.
Well, I know they had in the paper today, they had some statistics showing what teams score per game and this, that, and the other, and the top runner and the top passer. And but one of the teams that in the playoffs that on the other side is a win that we're interested in. And anyway, they are scoring more than 50 points a game, but they never did show any top passer, or I guess maybe they just didn't submit their statistics or whatever to the paper. But somewhere or another, they got to have a big rushing attack, but that's what I understand, that they do have a big running attack.
Well, we're well familiar with Wynn after playing them in the state championship a couple of years ago, and then going to their place last year. So, and the Bruins were down at halftime at Wynn last year and pulled out a win. So, you know, anybody you play from now on, it's not going to be a gimme.
No, it's going to be a snap your chin strap on and get ready to go at it. But I can't imagine, like PA here, for 3 years now, there's possibility, like I said, to repeat, three-peat.
Yep.
And that's just amazing to me that the program, you know, having that quality of a program to do that. That'd be awesome. You know, you come in here as a sophomore, you win, junior you win, senior you win. That's just something that's you don't see very often.
Well, this win would be 36 out of their last 37. And that's something a lot of people don't talk about, but that's amazing. Hats off to these kids and the coaching staff for what they've done. And tonight, no exception, leading at 42-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Now Mills will kick it away, kicking from our right to our left. The Bruins will have the football first, and you can expect to see. We're going to check our rosters here in the second half because you're going to see a lot of different players in there.
Well, we can do
I
that.
feel like.
I think Chris has supplied us with a good roster here.
Yeah.
He does an outstanding job on everything for us.
Well, the ball is teed up, and the Comets will kick it away, trailing this one 42-0 at halftime. It's their last football game. Here's an onside kick. Takes a bounce and it's fielded by the Bruins.
That's Zach David got that one for us.
Zach got it at about the 47-yard line.
That was me.
At the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 Bruins.
Let's go down to Rick. Rick, was that you that got that one?
Did you hear Chris and Brooks both say it was me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
I'm in a suit.
Yeah.
And I still fielded that.
Hey,
That's pretty impressive, huh?
You look pretty sharp.
I tell you what, you look very dapper down there. You look outstanding.
Not as sharp as your kids do, but you do.
No doubt. Hey, my daughter made me look ugly, and that's what's supposed to happen.
She didn't. You made her
that
look
is
pretty.
That's what's supposed to happen. You're right.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
exactly right.
Well, congratulations to you, Rick.
Thank you.
Well, it's first down and 10 now for the Bruins at the 47. Shovel pass, running to the right at the 50, down to about the 48-yard line. We'll try to see, was that Ethan Glasgow that got that one? Well, he's going to take the seniors out now. Here come the seniors to a big ovation. Look, I can't tell who.
That was
number
Robert
80.
Johnson.
That was Robert Johnson.
Yeah, number 80.
So now the seniors are going to come out. He let them play for one play here in the second half.
He makes his way to the
Now they'll come out.
8-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4 by Johnson. Second down and 6. The ball's at the Mills 48. Wesley Wise, the quarterback. Here's a handoff up the middle across the 45 to the 44-yard line. He handed off to Trey Adams that time.
Braylon
Cord, yeah, Cord made the tackle. It's going to bring up a third down and about a yard. Margaret at the 44 need to get to the 43 for a first down. The clock will run continuously here in the second half. It shouldn't take too long with the clock running. Wise at quarterback, has a running back on both sides of it. Little shovel pass up the middle for a first down and more at the 40 to the 35, down to the 32-yard line. Found a hole up the middle. Good yardage, first down. Clord on the tackle. We'll see who gets up. Is that Hudson Henry?
Yeah, that's
Hudson Henry. Sophomore. So it's a first down at the 32. After Hudson Henry takes a shovel pass, he'll split wide to the left. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Wise hands it off up the middle to the 30. That's about it. Trey Adams. Clord on the tackle again. He's going to be a tired guy. And Copeland also there on the tackle. Gain of a couple that time for Big Trey. Down to the 30-yard line. So in the second half, Coach Kelly put the seniors in for one play and then took them out to get an ovation.
a well-deserved one.
Yep. Bruins leading at 42-0. 8:53 to go here in the third. Here's a shovel pass. Running to the left at the 30, looking for room. Take it down to about the 27. Jack Polk. Is that who it was at carrying the football? So Polk headed to the left sideline. Picked up a few, about 3. Brings up third down and about 5. Need to get close to the 22 for a first down. Ball's at the 27. Wise, the quarterback. He's a junior. 6'1", 210. Takes a snap, hands it off to Big Trey Adams, running right. He's at the 25, the 20. Has a first down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Bo Christopher on the tackle.
Oh, Trey had him a full head of steam
He sure
up there,
did,
didn't he? I thought he was going to break on through there, but he got tripped up. Nice ankle tackle there by Bo Christopher.
Well, they give Trey the 18, so it'll be 1st and 10. First and 10 Bruins at the 18. Wise with Adams off to the left. Adams gets the call. He's down to the 15, the 14-yard line. Cameron Tanner brings him down.
At the 14-yard line, second.
So the ball's inside the 15. After a gain of 4, it'll be second down and 6. Clock running, of course, here in the second half. 7:10 to go now in the third quarter. Bruins leading at 42-0. Wise with Adams off to his left. Gives it to Big Trey again. He just moves the pile down to about the 12-yard line before he's finally fought back, pushed back.
Yeah, they just come up and grab him around the waist and try to pull him back, don't they?
Cameron Tanner in on the tackle. So third and a long 4. Need to get, it's just outside the 12, need to get down to the 8. Good news is the clock is running with the Bruins leading at 42-0. Empty backfield now for Wise. Takes a snap, rolls to the right, looks to pass, throws. It's going to be incomplete at the 5-yard line. See who he's trying to hit there on the right sideline. Went in and out of his hands. It's going to be a 4th down. 4th and about 4.5. It's on the near sideline. It's kind of hard to see exactly who that was.
That might have been intended for Nate Cummings.
All right. Sounds good. Under 6 minutes to go now in the third. Wise alone in the shotgun on 4th down. Looks to pass. Has some good protection. Throws in the end zone. That ball is caught for a touchdown. I think it's Hudson Henry.
Yep, that was Hudson.
So Hud Henry gets a touchdown across the middle. The Bruins score to make it 48-0. Good pass by Wise, and Henry was cutting across at the goal line, made the catch. With 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. So we've got an extra point on the way. Hatcher comes in for the extra point. Wise will hold. With 5:40 left, and the referee's saying run the clock, and they do. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 49-0 Bruins. Referee said run that clock, so I think he's getting the message too that we need to run some time off here. 49-0 Bruins, been all Bruins. It was 42-0 at halftime. That time they put some of the guys in that gained some experience through the years. You know, you talk about stats, Brooks. We were talking about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at some of the Bruin stats and you wonder, you know, a lot of these other guys around the state are playing full games.
Yeah, right.
Well, the Bruins, you look at probably most of their games, these starters only played a half or a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you wonder where their stats could be if they were playing the full game.
Yeah,
so,
there's no telling that. Like right now, you know, Lane Hatcher's got 30, 35, 36, 37 touchdowns. And
tonight he played a half again.
Yeah, Jaron Watkins doesn't have the yards he had last year. But he's got around 12 or 1,300. He had over 2,000 last year.
Yeah.
He might get that by the time the playoffs are over.
Here's Hatcher's kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. Back to the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35. Out to the 38-yard line. Ethan Glasgow on the tackle of Ware. Rajon Ware is a senior. They're going to give him the 39-yard line. So Mills will have it. Clock running with 4 minutes to go now in the third. Bruins leading at 49-0. That win last week over McClellan, they secured themselves a host spot for the playoffs, all the way through the playoffs.
I hate to read about Pierre Strong breaking his collarbone. And
here's Allen, the handoff to the first man through. Gains about 6. That was Withers, Hayden Henry on the stop. And now here comes the first team defense out as they get a big hand. And what a job they have done this season.
They certainly have.
Hats off to this defense. Now you get to see some other guys step in there.
We'll be calling some names we're not familiar with right now in our next few minutes.
That was a gain of 7. Here's a late pitch. It's going to go to the turf, and it's going to be scooped up by the Bruins. I believe it is. Back at about the 27, 28-yard line. Tried to run an option right. And that one went awry. And Wyatt Howe, a junior defensive back, falls on it back at the 29-yard line. So that does two things. Gives the football back to the Bruins, plus the clock keeps on running. Down to about 2.5 minutes to go in the third. I'm sure the Comets at this point are thinking it's okay with them if this clock runs. So we'll see who we have in the game now.
Number 35 is going to be our quarterback.
All right.
That's Braden Bratcher.
Bratcher at quarterback. Now he's going to try to run one to the right. Going to try to hand it off. There's nobody there. He just ducks his head and gets what he can. He's going to lose about a yard on the play. Bratcher's a freshman.
He's stopped by number 28.
So Bratcher. A ninth grader in right now. You know, you talk about putting these guys in. This is going to pay off one of these days.
Oh, sure.
Get a little game experience.
Yeah. You know, their ninth grade team, they just won their championship.
Hands it off this time to Big Trey, and he barrels down to the 25-yard line. Trey Adams. Copeland on the tackle for Mills. Bratcher 5'11", 165.
Jay, I got something.
Trey Adams carries on the play.
Down the field to Rick. Rick, you with us?
Yes, I am. Bratcher is a heck of an athlete on the ninth grade squad this past year. I saw him play. He does an excellent job of being able to move the pocket, so he's got the footwork, but also he's got the moxie to make some really, really nice throws.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch him.
He looks pretty cool out there, Rick.
Yeah, he does. It's between the ears, and that's where you got to have it at quarterback. Look at that throw right there.
Good pass down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
I agree with you, buddy. Yeah, he looked pretty good on that one. Will Osmond on the catch. Rolled out to his right and fired one down to about the 15-yard line. 30 seconds to go now in the third quarter. Bratcher looks to the sidelines.
I think next year the Bruins will be set for quarterback. You know, they got Lane and they got Wesley.
Yeah.
Wise, and now then Bratcher.
There's a high snap brought down and given to Trey Adams, and he's going to make some yardage, but a flag comes in at the 15-yard line. That's going to do it for the third quarter anyway. Well, now they say stop the clock with 6 seconds to go. I believe Braden had an older brother, Luke.
Holding on offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Holding against the Bruins. That'll back them up with 6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Backs them up to the 26-yard line. Still be first down, but it'll be first down and plenty. Have to get to the 6, and the ball is at the 26, so we'll call it first and 20. Here's a quick pitch out to the right, caught at the 15, the 10-yard line, and bumped out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Was that Glasgow on the catch?
Ethan Glasgow.
So Glasgow takes it down. See where they mark it. I think he's inside the 10. I know that. Another good pass by Bratcher. They're going to mark it at the 8-yard line. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll take a break after 3. The Bruins lead this one over Mills 49-0. You're listening to Bruin Football. Well, we start the fourth quarter. Bruins leading at 49-0 over Mills. Sportsmanship rule in effect. Braden Bratcher, the 9th grade quarterback, leads the team out on the field for the Bruins. They'll start at the 8-yard line. Got 8 yards to go. Big Trey Adams, a running back off the left of Bratcher. Takes a snap, hands it off to Trey. He's down to the 5-yard line, inside the 5, still churning, still turning, and finally is stopped at about the 1-yard line.
He was turning and turning.
He was. He just wouldn't give up. Wouldn't be surprised to see that play again from the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal.
I believe Seth Dillard made the tackle there for Mills.
Just inside the 2-yard line. Bratcher looks to the sideline. Tell you what, he's a cool customer to be a 9th grader, I can tell you that. Bratcher has Adams to his right this time. Hands it off to Adams. He cuts back to the right and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, that'll be a play he'll, I think that's his first touchdown for the year. He'll certainly remember that.
He was going to go up the middle, and all of a sudden he turned and saw the right side was opening up.
Saw that big hole develop.
Yep, just trotted into the end zone.
Headed for it.
55-0. 10:52 to go. Clock running. Hatcher back on for the extra point. Waiting the snap. Snap's good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So we'll take a break. 10:31 to go in this one. Clock running. Bruins leading it now over Mills 55-0. You're listening to Bruin football on 96.5 FM, The Answer.
Christian, Bruins 56, Thomas 0.
Yeah, just calm and that drama.
Good. We need some of that.
Yeah.
Here's Hatcher's kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 8. Back to the 10, the 15, the 20. Outside to the 25. Cuts inside the 30. And finally knocked down as he crosses the 30 out to the 32-yard line. So the Bruins trying to finish this thing off, leading at 56-0. 9:20 to go in the ball game. The clock running. That was Marbley returned that kick. I'm telling you, he's a good-looking athlete. He played some quarterback for him last year.
Did he? Okay.
He's a senior. He's got some speed. I'm really surprised they haven't used him more. Ball's at the 31-yard line. That's where Mills will take over. Allen, their quarterback, pitches it back deep. Running right. Stopped right there was number 20, Corbin Humphrey. He's a junior. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Thomas Wheatless on the tackle. Second down and 6 for the Comets. Clock running, 8.5 minutes to go now. Well, the quarterback, Allen, has gone basically the whole way. Quick handoff up the middle that time to Brandon Bunning. Raz Jordan on the tackle up the middle after a short gain. Well, he's going to get more than that. He's going to get a first down. Carries, they're going to give him the 42. So that'll be a first down for Mills at the 42-yard line. Quarterback is a senior, Jeremy Allen. Running back Brandon Bunning is a senior. Playing for the last time for the Comets. Bunning gets it, carries it across the 45 to the 46, maybe the 47, depends on where they spot the football.
He's stopped by number 64, Will Shelton at the 47-yard line.
Shelton, Will Shelton, a sophomore, made the tackle.
Yeah.
They give him the 47-yard line. It'll be second down and 5 after a gain of 5. Clock running now, 7:20 to go. Here's a pitch back to running back running left, and he's gone. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, 5 touchdown. That time they just flipped it back to Rajon Ware. He's a senior, and the Comets are on the board. Oh, Todd Ross. Little girl. Yeah, watching her first Bruin football game. Well, congratulations to Todd. Well, it's a good one to watch, I guess. That's good news. Good people. 6.5 minutes to go now, and they'll go for 2. The Comets will. Allen pitches it right, cutting back inside, and the 2-point conversion is good from Corbin Humphrey. So that makes it 56-8. Clock is running, 6:12 to go. We'll keep it right here. Rick, you down there?
Yeah, I sure am. Just some scores that are interesting to follow.
Yep.
North Little Rock right now is losing to Cabot, 21-13.
Wow.
Yes, I know. And games that could impact the Bruins for next week. Watson Chapel is currently beating Camden Fairview 14-6, and Magnolia is beating Hope 48-6. So it'll be interesting to see how those two teams place, because that is who the Bruins will face. They'll face the 4th seed in the South Conference.
Exactly right. So we'll try to keep our eye. Boy, I'm telling you what, North Little Rock. As much trouble as Cabot's had off and on this year, and then
yeah, they lost. Conway hadn't even won a ball game, and they beat them, and then they lost to South Side or North Side, one of the two.
Well, here's a kickoff from the Comets. They have it teed up at the 40-yard line, kicking from our left to our right with 5 minutes to go in this one. Short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 22. Back to the 25, the 30. Cuts outside the 35, the 40, the 45. Back across the field at the 45, at the 50. At the 45 of Mills, down to the 40, and finally knocked down at the 40-yard line.
That's Cameron Bland.
Cameron Bland's a senior. That's a good kickoff return for him.
Yeah, showed some real shifty moves there. And
thought
some
for a
speed
moment
as
he was
well.
gonna, when he broke to the other side, I thought maybe he had something going, but they eventually chased him down.
Yeah.
They're going to say right at the 40. 4:20 to go. In this one, Bruins leading at 56-8 over Mills. Here next week for the playoffs. Always get nervous during playoff time.
Yeah. I saw a player in there looked like Jaron Watkins. I thought, why in the world is Jaron in there? But it's not.
Yeah.
That's number 38.
Right.
Or 39. C.J. Anderson.
Well, here's a bobbled snap. Bratcher's going to have to keep it, and he's in trouble. He's going to be knocked out of bounds on the far side, back at the 47-yard line.
Who was that, number 1?
Like Verdon made the tackle,
yeah.
forced him out of bounds.
Okay.
With a loss on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 16. Second and about 16, yeah. Here's a quick handoff to running back up the middle. Just pile drives his way down to the 45-yard line. Braylon Clord on the tackle.
That runner was...
kind of hard to tell the 38s and the 36s here. But
that one's 39. That's...
39, E.J. Anderson. He's a freshman.
E.J., yeah.
Yep. So E.J. got the carry. 3 minutes to go now.
Reckon that's R.J.'s brother?
Could be. From the 45-yard line, it's going to be...
I'm going to say it is.
1st and 15. Bratcher hands it off to the running back, but he's hit at the 50 as soon as he got the handoff.
Yeah.
They were all coming that time for Mills.
Yeah, Richard Rhodes was there about the time the handoff was.
There's Jaden Kelly. Jaden Kelly on the carry. He's a freshman, 9th grader. Zach White is in there also, number 15, a freshman. Getting a lot of these young guys some playing time here. 2:15 to go. Bruins well in command, 56-8. Bratcher in a shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to his left, looking, throwing, and it's going to be incomplete at about the 35-yard line. That time he was looking for Mason Cole. Mason Cobb, a freshman.
Over on downs and bring up 1st and 10. Comments?
Jay.
Yeah, Rick, you got something?
Yeah, I do. I just had an opportunity to talk with Seth Martin here on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Seth has been a standout offensive lineman for
No doubt.
years,
Yeah.
and he has some great opportunities. He's been offered by all of the service academies, Navy, Air Force, and Army, and he's also considering Georgetown. So we wish the best for Seth in his future.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Hope he can end this thing out right this year, too. He's a good kid. There's a first down play for the Comets after that 4th down incompletion. Moves it from the 50 down to the 47-yard line with 1:15 to go.
He's brought down to the 47-yard line.
So gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Still got the starters in there. Jeremy Allen in at quarterback. Running back is still in there. The other senior, Brandon Bunning. 2nd and 7. They're going to give it to Bunning, and he's going to get to the 45, and that's about it. Gained of a couple, and he was turned around by the defense. 43 seconds to go. Clock running. Wilson Miller, freshman, stopped him. Well, this is a game these young kids have been looking forward to here. These ninth graders. 3rd down and 5. We're down to 22 seconds now. Could be the last play of the game. Should be the last play of the game. Allen hands it off to Bunning, and he's tripped up at the 39-yard line, shy of the 1st down. And that should do it. 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, and now the teams come out to shake hands. And now it's the final. 56-8, the Bruins win it. Did what they needed to do tonight.
I'm going to try and get him.
And let's see. Rick is on the field trying to get with Coach Kelly before he gets lost in the mob. Rick, when you get him, just let us know if you get him. Oh, Rick looks sharp. He's walking around there with that suit on.
I'm not telling you what.
He's the best looking sideline reporter I've seen. Bruins win it 56-8 here over Mills, and next week, of course, it's playoff time. Coach Kelly's talking to the coaching staff at Mills right now. Well, Rick's going to try to grab him for a second when he can. That's real fun for a sideline reporter when you have to sit around and wait for the coach to say something to the other coach.
Yeah.
You don't want to just jump in there and say, hey, coach, going to talk to you. But a 56-8 win. It was 42-0 Bruins at halftime. And that set the sportsmanship rule in motion.
Hey, Brooks,
All
turn
right.
toward the camera. If
Here
you
we
can, turn
go.
toward Papa up there.
We've got Coach Kelly on the
the
field.
end of the press box. Get the mic a little closer if you can. Just trying to talk to him.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate Rick DeVee down there in the field. He had a big night tonight, too, and we're proud of him and the family that he has down there. And Coach Kelly, of course, he's been through this before. It's playoff time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk a little bit about that and sum this one up in just a moment. Our final from Pulaski Academy. The Bruins win it 56-8 over Mills. You're listening to Bruin Football.